Hi everyone, in this presentation I am going to explain about engineering mechanics. What is meant by mechanics means it is the oldest part of the science, right? Means it deals with the motion or rest of the body. So there are like so many scientists like Archimedes and even Newton. They are all gave different laws for studying about this mechanics. Actually, this mechanics is a branch of science that is concerned with the state of rest or motion of the bodies subjected to the action of forces. So we have two types of mechanics, that is solid mechanics and another one is fluid mechanics. Yeah, like solid mechanics means it deals with motion of solid particles, and fluid means like fluidic properties, the material which is having fluidic properties. And in the mechanics we have statics and dynamics. Statics means it deals with a body which is in equilibrium, that is which is in at rest, whereas dynamics means it moves, it is in motion, deals with the motion of the bodies, means accelerated motion. So you can see the movement of car over here, and in the previous case you can see a person is sitting in the chair, means so his full weight is being going to the ground surface, that is vertically downward direction. So it deals with particular point or the state of rest, right? And this is state of movement. Okay. So there are four basic idealizations in the mechanics. We shall see about that. The first basic idealization is a particle. A particle means a body which is having mass but no size, right? But with the dimensions that can be neglected means no size. Okay. A particle will be having only few mass, but it will not be having any size over there. So but in the advancement we have even massless particles. So we have few more examples like gluton, and see, there is one good example for particle is, you can see a celestial sphere. Okay, this is sun and this is our earth. So earth is moving around the sun and earth is treated as one of the particle. And I have one more example, that is in our life, like we can see in the aeroplane path, you can see in the sky our one maybe a flight or a plane will be flying. That flight or a plane is considered as a particle in the flight path, right? So this is called as particle. But nowadays there are more advancement schemes, and even they have like massless particles. And next one is rigid body. What is meant by rigid body means a body which doesn't undergo any deformation. It will be like very strong, means you cannot by giving your strength you cannot deform it. It remains same even after and before and after deformation happens, it remains same. There will be no change by applying any loads. It's called as a rigid body. And the next one is we have seen about the particle and rigid body, and the third one is concentrated force, which is also said as a point force. Point force means force is given at particular point, means see, you can see there are a truck, it is having two wheels, one is 40 kilonewton, another one is 60 kilonewton. So it should be considered as one particular point. So in this point 160 kilonewton load is acting. So in this point 40 kilonewton load is acting. So a particular load at particular point, load applied at particular point is called point load or concentrated load. Always the load will be given at the CG of the body. Okay, CG means center of gravity. So the last one is continuum. So we have seen about particle, rigid body, and concentrated or point load, and last one is continuum. Continuum means in each and every material, right? In each and every material, whatever may be a solid or liquid or a gas material, in the microscopic level you can observe lot of atoms, molecules, and like so many particles will be there, right? So the physical phenomena obtained by averaging the averaging the molecules is known as continuum, right? So the continuous distribution of the matter is called continuum. So in all the particles in the microscopic level, all the materials will be having a lot of electrons, atoms, molecules, etc. Okay, by averaging everything, finally you will get a continuous distribution of matter, that is called as continuum. And now we shall see about Newton's laws of mechanics. The first law, like we have three laws in the Newton have founded three laws plus one gravitational law. The first law is a particle originally at rest or moving in the straight line with a constant velocity tends to remain in this state provided the particle is not subjected to an unbalanced force. Means a body will be in the state of rest or in the state of motion unless or until it will some external force acts on it. So a body will stop when you give one external force. That is what the first law says. Means one external force will be given for starting the movement, or even to bring the motion, like the body at rest when it is in even motion. There will be like inertial force should be given in order to make it in one particular point position, right? So it will travel in the same constant, like same path, same speed. It will travel in the same speed, but if you give any external load on it, it will stop, right? So he is telling the same. So tends to remain in its states, provides the particle is not subjected to an unbalanced force, means some external force. The next one is Newton's second law says that force is directly proportional. The particle of mass m, see this is m means mass, okay, and a means acceleration. You will be get F is equal to ma. Force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. Okay, that is what the second law says. So F is equal to rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum is nothing but mass into velocity, right? The force will not change, mass will not change, but the rate of velocity is nothing but acceleration. Acceleration means a. So F is equal to ma you will get through it, right? And the next third law. So for every action there will be equal and opposite reaction. You can see one load at one side and another force at another side. So since it's opposite side and both are equal, it is in the collinear position, it will become nullified, right? So this is what the third law says. And the last one, gravitational law, is force is directly proportional to masses of the body and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, that is g into m1 m2 by r square. So you can see two bodies with having the mass of m1 and m2, and force is produced, the same force is like produced in the same line, and the distance between them is r, right? That is denoted by F is equal to g into m1 m2 by r square. F is the mutual force of attraction, g is gravitational constant, m1 is masses of one particle, masses of second particle, r is distance between the two particles. So you can see the gravitational effect, right? So the weight of the body is nothing but mass into gravitational constant. W is equal to m into g. This g is nothing but 9.81 meter per second square, since its acceleration due to gravity, right? So that's what they are saying here. So in my next presentation I will continue the engineering mechanics topics.